years old, and a guy who has pitched all over the map. He gets a big swing and a miss here. Rodriguez actually currently is with the Chunichi Dragons in Nippon Professional Baseball in Japan, but got permission to come back here to the United States to take part in this qualifier. That pitch fouled into the screen. He's got 2 strikes now on J.D. Osborne. He's been with the Dragons since the start of the 2020 campaign, made 11 starts last year in the Central League for Chunichi. He also made 6 starts in the Western League, the minor league in Japan. So far, 6 combined starts between those 2 stops in 2021. Trying to get out of this first inning jam for Cuba. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. A fastball elevated, and he gets J.D. Osborne to chase it, and that will end the top of the first inning. But a big top of the first inning it is for Canada. And we head to the bottom of the first. Canada 3 and Cuba coming up in game number 7. A fun nightcap for this Tuesday doubleheader with this packed house and loud crowd. You're in what is technically game number 7 of this Baseball Americas qualifier here in Florida. My favorite thing about working these WBSC events is when we get crowds like this, the amount of merchandise, jerseys and t-shirts and hats and hoodies and all of it that you see from teams from all over the world. As Tyson Gillies swings and doesn't get a piece. Obviously a large contingent of Marlins fans here, but seen Serie Nacional jerseys from the top level league on the island of Cuba, as well as the earlier games the last couple of days, jerseys from Korea and Japan, obviously the United States and Mexico and everywhere else. The global baseball community pretty pumped to be back together again for the first time in over 560 days. 2-2 pitches on the way, and Tyson Gillies will take ball 3. 563 days ago, the final of the 2019 Premier 12 tournament in Tokyo. That was the last international baseball event before the coronavirus pandemic. And it is so great to be all back together as a 3-2. Gillies, a nice job to hang up on the offer there. And the Havana Sugar Kings, formerly the minor league baseball team in Cuba. And there is a lot of that City Connect stuff here. Jerseys and hats and t-shirts, and people have really embraced that alternate look for the Marlins, which has been super cool. And really neat tie as well to this game tonight, with Cuba playing here in South Florida. Wes Darville singled and scored in the first inning. Scored from first on Eric Wood's double down the left field line. Swings and rips this one foul. Darville out of the leadoff spot. Wes, 29 years old, taken out of high school in Langley, British Columbia in the Major League Baseball first-year player draft back in 2009. Reached the AAA level, the highest level of the minor leagues, in the Los Angeles Dodgers system in 2018. That was his last affiliated season. He played for the Brisbane Bandits in the Australian Baseball League in 2019-20. Swings, can't get a piece on 1-1. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Darville in from the left side. There are a lot of left-handed hitters in this Canada lineup. 5 of them tonight, including 3 of the top 4. Darville, Jacob Robson, Connor Panis. West chokes up on the bat and awaits the 1-2. And that is right there for strike 3 on the outside corner. Jacob Robson's having an interesting 2021. He takes ball 1 here. Robson is a member of the Detroit Tigers organization, his major league parent club here in the United States. He was drafted by the Tigers in the 8th round in 2016, and he's currently at AA Erie after spending 112 games at AAA Toledo in 2019. Tigers felt like he could get more regular work, more regular at-bats at AA, and that's a good thing. His numbers are also an extremely good thing, and maybe good to the point where you think, is this really doing Jacob Robson a lot of good? Jacob Robson's played in 18 games. He's batting .424 with a .531 on base percentage and a .712 slugging percentage. He is 28 for 66 with 9 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 10 runs batted in, and 17 runs scored. He's got an OPS of 1243. You kind of think, I don't know, maybe find a way to get this guy in the lineup in Toledo? But obviously, I would imagine you're not going to complain being able to hit .424 with a 1243 OPS anywhere, but I would think you probably want that challenge at the next level at some point too. 3-0 on the way is outside for ball 4. So since entering this game, Yariel Rodriguez has gone strikeout. An interesting story as well. He was drafted out of high school in Ajax, Ontario. As that's off of the glove of Alarcon, who did not realize that that ball wasn't going to go that far away, and that will enable both runners to move up. The high school by the Oakland Athletics in the 37th round in 2011. He decided to go to college, and after 1 year at Blinn College, a school in Texas, he improved his draft stock 31 rounds. He was taken in the 6th round in 2012 by the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he has spent pretty much every season of his career with the Pirates, with the exception of last year when he played independent ball with Winnipeg in the American Association. He also had a very brief stint in Taiwan. Now goes to 2-1 on that bouncer in the dirt. 2 games with the China Trust brothers in the Chinese Professional Baseball League in Taiwan in 2019. He also spent a lot of time with AAA Indianapolis in the Pittsburgh organization that year. And was with Winnipeg in independent ball last season. Trying to come through here to add to Canada's early 3-0 lead. 2-1 pitch on the way to him. Nice slider there for a called strike 2. And the count even on him. Yariel Rodriguez, 21 pitches, 10 of those in the strike zone, 11 balls. Strikeout, walk. He's on pace. Takei another one with Eric Wood staring down a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Rodriguez home on 2-2, and he does get that strikeout, but the ball escapes. That was actually foul tipped at the plate, according to our home plate umpire, Edwin Pinales. 2-2 is this time a 3rd strike. And Eric Wood's got to be a little careful. I definitely understand the frustration. He'll head off, so it was kind of a strikeout by a plate umpire, or by a field umpire rather, on appeal, rather than just by a home plate umpire. That one seemed like a pretty obvious swing. First pitch to Connor Panis is ball 1. So Panis now trying to come through with 2 outs and 2 in scoring position. His team already in front 3-0. Breaking ball for ball 2. For Cuba, this would be a big spot to be able to escape and keep this deficit at 3 runs. Cuba found itself trailing early yesterday as well. Fans getting into it once more. 2-0 fastball off the outside corner. 3 balls and no strikes. Venezuela put 3 on the board in the first inning yesterday against Cuba. Added another run in the third. Then Cuba rallied to tie that game with 2 in the fourth and 1 in the fifth. Venezuela took the lead in the sixth, added a run in the eighth. Actually, I should say Cuba came within 1 run on that rally as a walk again. This is like a broken video game simulation. Strikeout, walk, strikeout, walk, strikeout, walk. Panis aboard, and the bases are loaded now for Daniel Pinheiro. And Venezuela hanging on late. Cuba aiming to get his team back into the dugout, down just 3. Daniel Pinheiro trying to make it hurt. He attempted to check his swing, did go around. The swing is affirmed for strike 1, and a fastball blisters in there just off of the outside corner to put the count even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield straightaway, infield back playing for an out anywhere with 2 gone here in the second. Rodriguez now nearing 30 pitches. This one is number 30, and it's a gorgeous breaking ball that darts over the inner half for a called strike 2. Here comes the 2-strike noise again from Cuba's contingent. Resetting things on 1 and 2. Junichi Dragons right-hander Yariel Rodriguez trying to keep his walk strikeout alternating alive. 1-2. That's away. Evens the count. Daniel Pinheiro 1 for 4 with an RBI yesterday. Big shortstop in a big spot with the bases loaded in the second. And Rodriguez, again, wants to get another cycle of those signs from Alarcon behind the plate. Now he's ready once more. 2-2. Right on it. Pinheiro just missed. And we'll line it up and do it again. We had the radar gun working on the ribbon board out beyond the scoreboard in left center field, and it's not for this night game. Wonder if it has something to do with the weather. May have been removed during the rain delay, but Rodriguez bringing some very good velocity here in the second. Righty sets once more. 2-2. Got him. Yariel Rodriguez strands the bases loaded with his 4th strikeout of 7 batters faced. The other 3 he has walked. But an interesting top of the second. The broadcast booth at Clover Park in Port St. Lucie, Florida. My name is Tyler Maughan. It will be 6, 7, and 8 for Canada here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Michael Kraus getting it started for his team, followed by Kellen Deglin and J.D. Osborne. Kraus will pop out to second base, his first trip to the plate, and he takes a 1-0 pitch and bounces it over to third. Dan Garcia with no trouble, 1 up, 1 down. Two is one of the best people in baseball who you will ever meet. Just brought some chicken fingers into the booth, and I would have given him the world's largest hug. Pitch on the way to Kellen Deglin, and he, oh man, thought held up on that swing. And Kellen Deglin thought he held up on that swing, but the count is 1-1 on him. One grooved in there at the knees for a called strike. No one knew that one was there. Keglin, 29 years old, born on May 3rd of 1992 in Langley, British Columbia. Takes ball 2 inside. He is the big kind of target that pitchers like having behind the plate. 6'2", 205 is his listed height and weight. 2-2 pitch on the way to him from Yariel Rodriguez. And a big cut and foul tip into the glove of Giovanni Alarcon. The 5th strikeout in 8 batters faced, by least to start the second. Struck out Wes Darvill for the first out of the second, and walked Jacob Robson with a strike. Osborne, the first batter that Rodriguez saw when he entered this game as a reliever in the top of the 1st inning, as that pitch is too far inside. 1-1. J.D. Osborne from Whitby, Ontario. Draft selection of the Miami Marlins in the 22nd round of 2017. Guy very familiar with this area, not only from being a Marlins prospect, but Florida in general, having attended a couple of colleges, Polk State College in Winter Haven, Florida, and the University of Tampa, from which he was drafted by the Marlins. Facing a 2-strike count here. Still in the Marlins organization, plays his minor league ball in Jacksonville at AAA. 1-2 pitch on the way to him is a breaking ball that darts over the plate for strike 3. Yariel Rodriguez, a fantastic 3rd inning. 3 up, 3 down in Port St. Lucie, Florida. 3-0 is Canada's lead over Cuba. First pitch up and away to the leadoff man for Canada here in the top of the 4th, Tyson Gillies. Tyson, so long a top prospect in the Philadelphia Phillies organization. He was a 25th round pick of the Seattle Mariners. His affiliated career in minor league baseball in the United States with the San Diego Padres. 1-1 pitch is down to him, 2 balls and a strike. Gillies, one of the best athletes in this system. A guy who heard him described on a podcast today by Kellen Deglin, his teammate, and Jacob Robson, his other teammate, as being a guy who's just always doing something physical. He's always working out, he's always stretching, he's always doing something to keep himself moving. There's a fantastic podcast episode of the Baseball America podcast hosted by Alexis Brudnicki, the world's perhaps foremost Canada baseball mind. Got to listen to her episode with Kellen Deglin and Jacob Robson today. This ball is pop foul, 3rd base side. And a lot of really interesting conversation in that episode, but you could tell just the admiration that guys have for Tyson Gillies, who has played so much baseball since he started as a professional player back in 2007. And just such a dynamic performer for this Canada team. He had the play last night that may have saved the no-hitter, and he shoots this one into the alleyway in left center. It's cut off out there by Raiko Santos, who did a good job getting to that ball quickly. And it is a catch at second base to end Cuba's bottom of the 2nd inning, with Arubarena in scoring position after his 2-out double. Rico Santos lining a ball to the right side of the infield, and Darvill was there to snare it on a lunge and end the inning, and now Wes will pull this one foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Short lead away at first for Gillies. He gets back on that lob. Not sure what Rodriguez's throw was there, really. I mean, obviously not the top move for Yariel Rodriguez, but he didn't put a whole lot behind that throw. And almost kind of gestured to Correa like he lost control of that ball a little bit and lost the grip on it as there's a swing and a miss. A guy who hails from Windsor, Ontario, just across the international border between the United States and Canada. Neighbor city. They took a trip 4 hours to Toronto and went to a tryout for the Major League Baseball Scouting Bureau. And not only did he get the attention of baseball scouts, but also of the GM, effectively, of this team, Greg Hamilton, who is one of the player development gurus, the guy who really puts all these Canada rosters together. And since then, Jacob Robson has been not only a mainstay for Baseball Canada, but has really found himself as a very well-regarded prospect in the Tiger system. He attended college. He was drafted out of high school after that. The 30th round of the 2012 draft, he went to the San Diego Padres. Shouldn't say went to, because he didn't sign with the Padres. It was a visit to the plate to check on Osvaldo Alarcón. Instead opted to go to Mississippi State University, one of the powerhouses in the SEC, the Southeastern Conference, collegiate level athletics here in the United States. And there he was outstanding. Junior year batted .324 with an .804 OPS. He was given the nickname the Maple Hammer by Mississippi State fans. Played a couple of stops in the Cape Cod League in 2015 with Brewster and Bourne. The showcase circuit for college baseball players away from their ordinary seasons in the academic year. Then returned to Mississippi State for his senior year. Batted .321 with an .827 OPS. But the Maple Hammer goes down swinging here, and he is out number 2. Alexis Brudnicki, who I have to, again, give props to. Journalist for Baseball America, formerly of MLB.com. In international play. A couple of Pan Am Game gold medals, 2011 and 2015, for this Canada team. Last year, well, I say last year, 2 calendar years ago in 2019, these two teams, the last time they met on an international field was in Premier 12. Meeting up in the Republic of Korea, Seoul, South Korea. Canada knocked off Cuba 3-0 in the opening round of Premier 12. Neither of those teams is able to make it past that opening round, as this one is rocketed through the right side. Eric Wood goes the other way for his second hit of the night. Canada 9-0 in the final round, and Cuba moved on to the Beijing Games, finishing in second place overall. This one back up the middle into center field for a base hit on the first pitch. Hannes comes through. He's got himself another run batted in as Tyson Gillies scores from second, and Canada adds to its lead. It's 4-0 in the top of the 4th. The evening, and runners remain at first and second. Swinging a pop-up. Shallow left field. Moving out is Arubarena. Coming in is Santos, and Raiko Santos is able to make his start, lasting just 2/3 of an inning. Rodriguez comes home on 0-1 to Kraus. It's a ball and a strike. One on the way. Breaking ball over the inside. Runners on base through the first 4 innings at the plate. 1-2, shot to second, and right there to awaiting Yadier Mujica. As soon as his time with this Cuban national team wraps up. First pitch down and in to the Dragons. Bouncing ball out to second. Another chance out there for Mujica. Got it over to first in time to retire Deglin. 2 gone. Here with 2 outs and the bases empty in the top of the 5th. First pitch low and away to him for ball 1. Osborne, told you he's with the Miami Marlins organization. Guy who was drafted in 2017 and talked during the day evening, but Osborne is one of the guys who is being tested the way a lot of prospects are in making a multi-level jump. The last time he played minor league baseball, there was no minor league season in 2020 due to the pandemic. He played at the low A level, Class A, full season as it was known back then, with the Clinton Lumber Kings in the Midwest League at the time. This year, he is at AAA. That is a 3-level jump. Going from his age 23 season, when he was probably a little old for that level, to being right in the big part of the curve at AAA at 25. Is a breaking ball outside on 3-1. We'll put him aboard, ball 4. That is the opportunity last inning on that potential double play ball that instead put runners at first and second, but Cuba unable to cash in. Left a runner at first base in the first inning. At second base in the second. Left a man on in the third. Runners at the corners in the 4th. And here in the 5th, Canada trying to extend its 4-0 lead. Man on, 2 out. (1-0), bouncing ball, foul. Tyson Gilley's a guy who really has inspired a lot of people over the course of his career. He's got a hearing impairment, but with the use of hearing aids and being able to read lips, he's made it to the highest level of minor league baseball in the United States, right on the doorstep of the major leagues. 1-1 pitch low and in. Right-hander Rodriguez comes set. 2-1. Gilley swings and hammers it out to right, but that thing's going to hang up for Drake, who tracks it toward the line and makes the catch to retire the side in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Canada 4 and Cuba nothing. Normal time break. We'll head into the top of the 6th back at Clover Park here in Port St. Lucie, Florida. 4-1 is Canada's lead over Cuba in a pivotal Group B matchup. First pitch swinging here in the top of 5. Bouncing ball to second. And an out recorded on Wes Darf. If you're a fan of this Cuba team tonight, I gotta think that you can't help but wonder how different this game would have been if Yariel Rodriguez got the start out of the gate. And obviously, no way to know what it would have been like for Cuba tonight, but Carlos Vieira really struggled, only made it through 2/3 of an inning. And since then, Rodriguez has been pretty steady. Now, he has thrown a good amount of pitches. That one right there was number 82 for the right-hander, but 2/3 of an inning, Vieira gave up 4 hits and 3 runs. And since then, Rodriguez has allowed just 3 hits, 1 run. He has struck out 8. He's been fantastic, and he has kept Cuba in this game. Cuba team which put its first run on the board last inning, and also for the first time in this game, did not leave anybody on the bases last inning. 3-1 pitch on the way, and half-hearted swing there from Robson, who tried to hold up at the last second, unable to do so. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count offering. Big hop over to first. Ivan Correa to the bag. 2 gone. Bases. Issued the 2-out walk to J.D. Osborne last inning, otherwise faced the minimum. And here he is 1 batter away from retiring the side in order for the 2nd time today, just like he was last inning. Ball and no strikes on Eric Wood. Wood doubled to left field in the 1st inning and then singled in the 4th. That base hit put Tyson Gillies at second base. He scored 1 batter later when Connor Panis drove him in with an RBI single. Connor's 2nd of the day. 2 balls and no strikes on Eric Wood. Rodriguez from the full windup with the bases empty here in the 6th inning buries that pitch. 3 balls and no strikes. I'd imagine this is how a lot of nights feel in Serie Nacional, with temperatures in the mid-70s Fahrenheit. What was that? Low 20s, high teens Celsius. Great play on the backhanded sliding stab over at third by Garcia. And he spears the throw to first in time to get Wood for the final out of the 6th inning. 3 up and 3 down. Go. 8 teams, 6 days. 1 ticket to the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games on the is ball 1. Into the cleanup hitter in this Canada lineup, Connor Panis. Panis already 2 for 2 today with a walk and a pair of RBI singles. He has been the star offensively, and he's played a pretty steady first base defensively as well. Not the biggest guy over at first base, Connor Panis. He is listed at 6 foot and 218 pounds, so not the giant target that you're used to seeing a lot of times at first base. A former Toronto Blue Jays and San Diego Padres prospect, drafted by the Blue Jays in the 9th round in 2015 and drafted out of Canisius College in Buffalo, New York. He swings and doesn't get a piece there. On as the who handled the conference tournament for Canisius Conference recently. First pitch there for a strike to Daniel Pinheiro. Connor Panis played at Canisius. So did John Axford, who is a member of this Canada bullpen, a longtime major leaguer. That school in Buffalo, New York, they had 8 Canadians on the roster this year. That was 2nd most among Division I baseball programs in collegiate baseball, the university level here in the United States. The school that had the most was their local rival and a fellow conference member. Easy trips across the border in upstate New York for some of Canada's best baseball talent. And a 1-2 pitch is a bender there on the outside corner. Daniel Pinheiro gone on strikes. Back-to-back Ks. This is a double-digit strikeout effort tonight into a 4-run lead. Now, granted, we're still a little ways away than just the 9th inning, but you can only get the save in the 9th. I guess you can get a hold, but that doesn't really feel like the same level of cool for a baseball stat. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kellen Deglin. A couple of former Australian League players back-to-back in this order. Kraus going out to left center. That's his first home run here in St. Lucie in this tournament. First home run of the tournament period for Michael Krause, and also his first home run in competitive ball in 2021. First 6 games he's played in the American Association so far this season. No home runs there yet. A big shot for some insurance. Two 1. Deglin swings and can't get a piece. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Time called at the plate by Edwin Pinales. Two on the way from Rodriguez, and Deglin unable to hold up. He goes around, gone on strikes, and Rodriguez strikes out the side, his 11th of the night. But in between strikeouts 2 and 3, Michael Krause leaves the yard to left.